This inquiry preview will help you prepare for the Compare an Adult Plant and a Young Plant activity. This hands-on activity requires 2 minutes of prep time, takes about 30 minutes to complete, and works best when students are placed in small groups. The purpose of this activity is for students to compare a young oak and an adult oak to observe that the traits of the same plants are very much, but not exactly, like their parents. To the untrained eye, plants and their offspring often look very similar, while some changes, such as color variation, are easy to notice. Other types of variation only become apparent while examining a plant's DNA. Sexually reproducing plants inherit a combination of traits and characteristics from their parent plants. This leads to variations in the offspring. Likewise, even asexually reproducing plants can have spontaneous mutations that result in new characteristics from one generation to the next. Throughout the activity, have students make connections to this lesson's cross-cutting concept, patterns. As students record their data, draw their attention to the similarities between parent plants and their offspring. Have students make connections about other similarities that they may have noticed in animals or humans and their offspring. If you choose to complete this activity as a whole class, project the images on the board for students to interact with. Engage students by explaining that they will be looking for patterns in the way a young oak tree and an adult oak tree are alike and different. Review the different structures of plants with your class. Have students brainstorm some ideas about young and adult plants based on their background knowledge. Students should follow the procedure for this activity. However, here are a few key ideas to make this activity successful. As students examine the photos, read the captions together. Make sure the students understand when they are looking at the young oak and the adult oak. Have students complete the Compare and Contrast graphic organizer found in the back of your teacher's edition as they observe the adult and young plant. Students should have observed that some structures of the young and adult oaks were similar, while others were very different. Students should have observed that the young oak and the adult oak have the same leaf shape. An adult oak has acorns, and the young oak does not. Both the young oak and the adult oak have roots and stems. When students finish, bring them together to discuss their findings. If some students were unable to view the expected observations, show the Inquiry Rewind student video before starting the discussion. Then use the questions in the Teacher's Edition to continue the conversation.